In this video, we are going to take a look at another useful tool, which is a simulator that allows us to create our own project, like the ESP32 or the Arduino project. It is called Wokwi.com. If you haven't already bought an Arduino or an ESP32 or any of the components that we are using on our projects, you could create it right now using this simulator. Of course, you're going to find this tool under my website. You could go under Tools, ESP32 Arduino Simulation. Under Basics, we have the blank sketch that we can test using this button. So this turns the LED on and off. Also, we have other examples under Sensors, like the DHT sensor to read the temperature and the humidity. We can test the Arduino projects as well, like this one. And here's the code that I'm going to show you how to write and create your own projects. And let's dive right into it. To start using this simulator, you could go to this website, wokwi.com. Then you can create your own profile using a Gmail, and it's free. Then you could pick up the microcontroller that you want, like the ESP32, the Arduino, even the Raspberry Pi Pico or the STM32 microcontroller. Let's use the ESP32. Here we have some examples, like the NTP clock, which shows the time using the NTP server. We have the OLED code. So this is using MicroPython. You could also use the C++ language. Let's start by creating our own projects. You could go to My Projects. I've already created these, which you're going to find under this website, and test them as well, like the Wi-Fi scanner. We can create our new project. Then we can select the microcontroller. We have all of the microcontrollers that we need. I'm going to use the ESP32. We could use the Arduino or the MicroPython programming language. Let's start using the Arduino. By default, we have the simple code, which uses the serial monitor to display the message, "Hello ESP32. Let's give it a try. Yeah, we have "Hello ESP32. Then we can stop the simulation using this button. We can move the microcontroller like this. And we can add other components using the plus icon. We have LEDs, push buttons, resistors. Also, we have the OLED display, the LCD display. And the good thing about this website, it is organizing these components. We have input, like the joystick. We have the sensors, including the HCSR04, which allows us to get the distance. To get rid of it, you could use the delete key. For now, I'm going to use a simple blank sketch to test this tool. I'm going to use the plus icon to add the LED. So this is the positive lead, which is the longer leg. And we have to add an ohm resistor to protect it. We could also change the resistance to any value that you want, like 220 ohms. Then we can connect it to our LED. Simply select the lead that you want to connect. And I'm going to connect it to the other side of the ohm resistor using the left mouse button. Then I'm going to connect this lead to one of the pins. For example, if we want to control the LED using the GPIO pin number 35, we can select this lead and go to the pin 35. Also, we have to get back to the ground to complete the circuit using another wire by selecting the first lead, and G and D from this side. We can change the color of the wire by selecting it. I want to use a black color, and this one is the positive lead, so I'm going to use a red color. Once you complete the circuit, you could go to the code section. Let's start from scratch. On top, I'm going to add the pin number as a variable. We can use define. We give it the name, like LED pin. So it's much better than the Arduino IDE because it has the autocomplete feature. We're using the pin number 35. Under the setup, we can use the pin mode to set the pin mode of the pin. And we're going to use it as an output pin to control the LED and turn it on and off. For sensors, we use input. Then let's go under the loop and make a simple blank sketch. We're going to turn this LED on and off each second. By using the digital write command, we give it the LED pin and high to turn it on. Also, we have the delay command, which waits for a number of milliseconds, like 1000 milliseconds, which means 1 sec. Let's copy these lines and paste them. Here we're gonna use low and wait for 1 second again. Then I'm gonna hit the run button. Sometimes you have to wait a bit. And here we have the result of this code. You see here that we have this message. This GPIO pin can't be used as an output device. We could only use it as an input. We have to use another pin. I'm gonna get rid of this connection by selecting it and hitting the delete key. Then let's connect this side to another pin, like the pin number 16, and change it from the code as well. Then run the simulation again, and there you go, the LED is turning on and off each 1 second. We can share our project using this share button, and we have this link that you can put and send it to your friends. And that's what I have done under my website. I have used these projects and pasted the link, like the ultrasonic sensor. So this measures the distance that you can change from here for testing. Here we're gonna find some featured projects, like an NTP clock, which shows the time using an NTP server. Now it's connecting to the Wi-Fi, and it will get the time. This is the UTC time. You could also change it by adding an hour or subtracting an hour, depending on your country. The same thing applies for the Arduino. We have different Arduino projects. This is an electronic safe. Let's give it a try. It seems to be an interesting project. Welcome. Press the hash sign to enter my code, like 1111, and let's confirm it. Now the door is locked. To open it up, we can enter the password. Let's enter a wrong one. So access denied, and it's gonna wait. We've already created a project like this one. Make sure to check it out. Now I'm gonna enter the right password. And yeah, it is unlocked. So this is one of the most interesting projects that you can make using this simulation tool, or apply it if you have the components. So I think that's all for this episode. If you have any question or comment, make sure to put it under the comment section down below. Also make sure to go to my website. You could test the projects that I'm gonna put. We have this code that shows the message, hello DIY TechRush. As usual, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, that helps me a lot, and I will see you in the next one.